I am just answering because I saw some questionable answers. So, first, no one and nothing can generate and guarantee these kind of profits rapidly and over a long time. Be very careful with your money and never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Do your own research and don't trust strangers on the internet. One answer mentioned, for example, BitPetit. The site is clearly a scam and by no means lower risk as the other author implies. It's a pyramid scam, and as you can see in the link of this author, he wants you as referral to get a percentage of your invest, doesn't harm you, but enriches him. I highly recommend not investing your money there because I think they will suddenly vanish sooner or later. However, if you are feeling lucky and withdraw your returns regularly, you can really make a high profit. As of now, I am testing a strategy that will generate me a free passive income stream as long as they are up. It depends on some fine-tuning, but you can get your invest back in as few as 26 days, lowest risk, if you really want to, and then the passive income, depending on how much you initially invested, starts to roll in, could be daily if your invest is high enough to generate the minimum withdrawal amount. So the bet you have to make is, does it blow up before you have your invest back? If you are feeling lucky, please use my link to sign up. It will give me a percentage of your invest, without diminishing your returns. BitPetit referral, thanks. By the way, the site works as promised for now. I am already withdrawing BTC without any problems and almost have my invest back, only sorry that I didn't invest more, but the risk is very high. I am willing to share my strategy. Contact me on LinkedIn if you are interested. Edit. BitPetit has long gone as I predicted. They lasted long enough for me to make a small profit, but many people were not so lucky. At the point of it disappearing, I still had approximately 0.5 BTC invested. Many other similar schemes have gone down as well. This is good for the crypto market in general because we need to get rid of all the scams to get more trust in the whole community. It has been almost a decade. Bitcoin has gained a large number of popularity amongst small as well as big businessmen. It has revolutionized the digital world and has emerged as the topmost digital currency used by the users. To invest, earn, buy or trade in Bitcoin, completion of Bitcoin transaction should happen. These transactions are controlled by a database platform and public ledger known as a blockchain. These blockchains will confirm the transactions by the formation of blocks. When a user tries to spend a particular Bitcoin more than once, double spending of Bitcoin thus happens. Understanding it with the help of an example would be much easier. If you want to buy a cake, you will go to a bakery shop and will ask for it. The shopkeeper will give you the cake and in return, you will pay him the money. That will be kept with him in his safe of the shop. The transaction between you and the shopkeeper is now over. Now, if you want to buy another cake with that same money which you have already spent is impossible, unless you may rob the amount. Hypothetically, if you manage to do so, then that would be called as a double spending on buying a cake. This will be a loss for the shopkeeper. In the same way, if the user tries to make more than one transaction with the same BTC, then that would be double spending in Bitcoin. There has been many instances when the merchant have been cheated by the traders or investors. No need to worry, as the irreversible feature of Bitcoins helps to prevent this phishing attempt. If two transactions by a same BTC are made by the user, then the Bitcoin will confirm only the first the transaction. This is the reason why the merchants are asked to wait for at least 6 confirmations of the transaction. Dealing in Bitcoin fascinates every investor, but being cautious and careful is what you need. If you are looking for a safe and secure transaction platform, then hopping into BTC Monk is a good option. I also traded with them and had a great experience. A double spend attack is just what it sounds like. It is spending the same digital money 2 times. This can be done by making 2 conflicting transactions in rapid succession. Done this way, it is of the race attack variety. The way to combat this type of attack is by waiting for confirmations. These are computations done by the network that validate the transactions fit into the blockchain and so that the coins were not spent twice. Gaining control of 51% of the network gives one control over all books, effectively allowing double, triple, whatever spends. This is called, predictably, a 51% attack and essentially invalidates the network. The defense for this is simply in gaining a critical size in computational power such that launching a 51% attack would be too costly. This "how can I double my Bitcoin?" question is unarguably one of the most asked questions in the Bitcoin world. Folks are desperate to stumble upon a doubling Bitcoin system somewhere, anywhere online. The quick but disheartening answers we mostly get to this question is Bitcoin mining. Yes, Bitcoin mining works. But is it as effective as it used to be back in the days? Absolutely not. It takes so much out of you to mine Bitcoins that at the end of the day it just becomes a practical waste of one's precious time. What everyone seems to forget though is that there is a better method to grow and nurture your Bitcoin. It's a method that not many will give thought to, but it works and works well. Dedication and consistency will yield you good results. Like I always say, the only place success comes before work is the dictionary.